preview show of our very first live event entitled Chapter 1, Genesis. I am Chris Page, and as you can see, we've got a pretty full house tonight. And most of the crew here, you see him on Monday nights and sporadically on Sundays and sporadically on watch parties. You can always find him over on Twitch at No Game Unturned. That's my man, JB. What's going on, brother? Welcome to our first official preview show.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm glad to be here. This is a monumental moment. I finished up a stream and I said, I need to get over there. I need to get to CCP. So I'm glad I've made it here and we're ready to go.
We damn sure are. And also, as you can see, guys, on the bottom side of the screen, you can catch him every Saturday morning with me, every Sunday morning with me, or Sunday afternoons with Wrestling Request Live, Thursday evenings on our Spotlight show. He's had several nicknames over the course of the last year and a half. You may know him as the sexiest man in the Netherlands. You may know him as the gimmicky one himself, but you will all know him as the man Goth. What's happening, brother? It's late over in the Netherlands, and I appreciate you hanging out to chime in on what is going to be a great night of wrestling as we come upon the 22nd of November, 10 days away.
I'm stoked to do this. I had to convince the family to just let me do this. No, just kidding. I just wanted to be here and give my 2 cents about the whole show, and I'm really excited for what's going to happen on November 22nd. So that's why I'm here.
And rounding things out, he's also on Wrestling Request Live every Sunday, and every once in a while you'll catch him popping in on a late night stream and passing out. He's our man, UK Piper. What's going on, brother? I'm glad you're awake. What's happening?
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Well,
I got my rest in. I'm all good. I'm looking forward to this show, our first show, 22nd November, Genesis. Well, as Cody would say, what do you want to talk about, guys?
We have a lot to talk about, and before we actually get to talking, I do want to throw a massive shout out to Devil and Knight. He couldn't make it with us this evening to be on our panel here to discuss, but I do have his information that we're going to get into in just a second. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight, ultimately, guys, because like the concept of even putting the show together and trying to do this is just a way to give back. It's a way to give back to independent wrestling. It's a way to give back to those that have impressed us on our journey as we dive into independence all over the world. And, reality is this, some people thought I was crazy to want to do this. And that might be true. We're, to be determined, right? But ultimately, this is a situation to where we're so passionate about the independent wrestling scene and what's going on, not just here in the States, but internationally, that we have the opportunity to really do something about it and show that we're more than just guys that sit in front of a camera and react to stuff. We give a shit. We care. And this is kind of our way of saying thank you, because you guys have given us so much over the last couple of years of entertainment and so much more to come. I think that that's the perfect place to start, is just by saying, number one, thanks. Because all the guys that are attached to the show, they didn't have to be attached to it. They, you know what I mean? Like we're not a proven entity by any means on the live event scene. They could have easily said no, but everybody, not only did they jump on, there was no hesitations at all. And that says a lot about what we're trying to do and what we're trying to do with this show that's going to come up on the 22nd. I am stoked. So before we get too deep into the party, based off of what I just said, I want to kind of get everybody's thoughts on, how are you guys feeling about this, and how are you guys feeling about the notion that we are actually doing a live event? JB, I'm going to start with you.
It still seems a little surreal. You said people thought you were crazy. I was kind of laughing at it being the past tense. I think there are probably still some people who are thinking that you're a little crazy about this, but you're crazy like a fox. You're pulling this off. And, this show that everyone's putting together, it's exciting to see a show come together, to see all this talent that's going to be in the building for this show. And it's happening. I'm still like pinch me.
10 days.
It's happening, and we're going
10 days. Goth, I know that you're equally as passionate, but I want to get your thoughts on this, and then Paul, I'll come to you, and then we'll start diving in, and I'm gonna let you guys predict and see what you guys think what's going to happen on this show. And if you're in chat, you're welcome to predict along with us as we get started. But Goth, go ahead. Give me your thoughts on this whole crazy fucking idea.
It's like what JB said. It's sometimes surreal. I mean, you started like 2 years ago that we started this with the idea to promote independent wrestling. I was like, I'm going along with her flow. I love wrestling. Then we got new ideas. Then I went for that, and Instagram is blowing up, and we're meeting a lot of wrestlers. And now we're doing promoting a show and promoting several shows. And I'm like, I love it. I never thought I would be like a part of something like this, and I'm happy that I am, and I'm just excited to see what's going to bring out of it every single time. So I love it. I love it. That's what I got to say. I love it.
You know, I ain't mad at you. Piper, man, you're the new kid on the block, or technically, the newest of the new, if there was. Your whole thought on this.
Yeah. I came into this as a fan of independent wrestling, and I love what I've seen from with us growing as a channel. I mean, we are growing so much that we are putting on a show. That's how much we've grown. This thing is happening in 10 days' time.
Yeah. Pinch me, because here we go. You guys ready to dive in? You guys want to talk about some matches? Let's talk about a little bit about what we got going on. Let me.
Oh yeah.
I forget. I gotta hit buttons and do things that I didn't have to do before. Oh no! Oh, there it goes. It did transition over. Perfect. Our first match. And again, guys, these are in no particular order. I don't necessarily have the run nailed down, so I just kind of put the graphics in as we go. I do want to welcome everybody if you're watching over on Twitch and X and YouTube. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is a pretty big deal for us, and I hope that you enjoy the show as we talk about what we're looking to do here. Over in chat, Mr. Rain threw a shout out to the poster that was made by NB over on Instagram. You should give him a follow, because he did all these graphics and did a lot of stuff last minute too, and was totally 100% on board with helping, and it's really good. So give him a follow. This first match, guys, we're going to talk about. We've got Bryant Atomic and we've got Kid Koota, and this is I don't know if it's the first time meeting or not, but I put these two together, and I probably will go ahead and tell you that this will kick off our live event, our first live event, and it is definitely going to be a singles match, and it is a qualifying match for our Florida Heavyweight Championship tournament. When I thought about this event and putting this together, and talent that I wanted to reach out to. Kid Koota has been very impressive since the first day I saw him at the House of Champions. I think the world of him. I think that he's got a massive, massive, massive upside. And I've had the opportunity to see him wrestle not only at the HOC, I've seen him wrestle with the establishment. I've seen some live, and I've also seen a lot of stuff that he's done elsewhere. And I can't see coming to the Orlando area and not having Kid Koota a part of the show. And on the flip side of that, I've seen Bryant Atomic, and I think this guy's incredible too. I love what he brings to the table. I dig his style and how in your face he is with his offense. And I thought that this is a no-brainer. Like, at this point in time, now keep in mind we didn't have a championship tournament or anything like that, which, by the way, belts ordered. What we did know that we were going to have a show. And I did know that these two, I really think the world of, and I think that what better way can you start a live event than with Bryant Atomic and Kid Koota? So that's where we are going to start. There is a championship tournament bid at play here. So JB, taking it over to you, my man.
This one's an exciting one to kick off the show. I think both of them are superb young athletes that are going to put on an amazing performance. Bryant Atomic, you got to watch out for those atomic strikes. You got to, he hits fierce. So that's going to be something that Kid Koota is going to have to watch out for. Kid Koota, he's just this young talent that I think just like the sky's the limit with him. And I could see him making a serious run in this tournament. So if I'm placing my bets right now, I almost want to go the opposite way than I think some of my compatriots are going to go with, but I think I'm going to go with Kid Koota. I think Kid Koota can pull this one off.
Okay. All right. Piper, let me get your thoughts first.
So I've seen Kid Koota on like House of Champions shows that we watched along, and I'm really impressed. The guy's got speed, he's got agility, he's got the works, and yeah, not quote, but to steal JB's, yeah, the sky's the limit for this kid. Brian Atomic, haven't seen much. I've heard a lot, haven't seen much. So again, my prediction is Kid Koota.
Goth, what are you thinking, man?
I think I'm going to be the odd one out of this whole situation. I've got to say, before I make my selection, both men are very impressive. I know Koota better than Brian Atomic, but it's a title tournament, and I know that Mr. Atomic has held several titles when he was booked for the show. And he knows what it's like to have a title on the way around his waist or across his shoulder. So I think it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a great match to start off the show and start off this tournament. But I think I'm going with Atomic.
Well, I have to pull up Devil and Knight's prediction. That's over on another thread. So give me just a second, guys. It's going to take just a moment. Over in chat, Mr. Rain is saying Koota. Hey, Dog Mama, we see you. Hey, Harry's wife, we see you.
Hey, babe.
Let me get Devlin's stuff up. I think Devlin went Koota on this, but I want to confirm. He did. Devlin Knight, who is not here, has sent his stuff in via message, guys, and he's going Kid Koota as well. So it looks like everybody, for the most part, thinks Koota is going to secure that first spot into the championship tournament. I will tell everybody this. I have already sent in the show run. I meant to preface with this to the building so that everything can get straightened up and taken care of in advance on the production side of the equation. So it's already submitted. Like everything's good. Everything's in. There's no changing. There's no nothing. But we've got you guys are going Kid Koota to pull the dub over Atomic. Let me click our next.
Except for Goth.
Except Goth.
Except
yeah,
for
I mean, the majority is what I'm saying. The majority.
Okay, no, just checking.
I'm just saying, man. Our next match.
No.
This match here, guys. This is what I'm calling this a CCP podcasting showcase match. So essentially, just so everyone is aware, like we have a lot of talent that it's going to be coming and traveling and doing some shows down here in Florida as well as out on the West Coast. When we get some guys out there that are traveling down, this is what I'm considering a showcase, is because I want to showcase them into a new audience that maybe we haven't seen before. And in this case, one half of this match is definitely just that. He is from RPW, or I believe it's RPW. I hope I got the acronym right. Up in the Virginia area, excuse me. And his name's Dallas Dash. We had Dallas on Beyond the Bell, and this guy is really resonated with me, and I just felt like there was a connection there from the conversation side of the equation, and then seeing what he's done in the ring. I've watched some stuff online. I've did my homework, and he reached out to me and said, "Is there an opportunity?" So, like, I'm always big on that. If you're going to hit me up and say, hey, man, I want to come down and do this, like, what's that look like? And we're able to make that happen, absolutely. I definitely want to showcase you. And as opponent, I've only seen online. I have not had the honor and privilege to sit down and watch something live. But again, a guy who, came to me and said, hey, is there anything I can do? What can I do anything to help you with the show? Set up chairs, set up the ring. Like, what can I help you with? Well, this situation is we rented the building outright, and that was with the ring, et cetera, et cetera. It's all going to be set up. We don't need any of that. I was like, but just come down to the show. And when I had the opportunity to get Dallas on the show, Elias was the first guy I hit up. I was like, I got an opportunity. Are you still available? And he was. And that's how this happened. And this is where it's going to be a CCP podcasting showcase match. Dallas Dash is going to be taking on Elias Roman. Let me start over with UK Piper. I'm going to have you kick it off this go around. What are you thinking here?
So I was in chat when you had the conversation with Dallas. I resonated. I loved the conversation between you two. Hearing how we got into the business, how it all started. I love those conversations. Whoever you bring on, those Dallas for me is just, again, I've seen bits. So, and through the conversation, listening to Dallas, Elias, not unknown. I don't know anything about this kid. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't do my homework. I do apologise. But I think my pick is just based off of the stuff I know about him. I think I'm going with Dallas Dash on this.
Okay. Goth, what are you thinking?
It's interesting to see two individuals that like Dallas Dash, we know from his Beyond the Bell conversation. I believe I did see a match on YouTube from Elias and one of our friends from Millennium Pro. So I did see some snippets from this guy, but it just needs to see what Dallas Dash can do, and I'm really, really curious how this gonna be. Like two individuals we don't know much about wrestling wise, but I think what I've saw from Elias was impressive. So I'm just going with Elias.
You're going to go with Elias. Okay. JB, what are you thinking? Dallas Dash, Elias Roman. Again, this is the surprise factor. Like I've seen some Elias stuff online, and dude's explosive. And I've seen some stuff from Dallas. He's equally as explosive. This is an evenly matched affair if there ever was one. Give me your thoughts.
Well, I think the most important thing to see in this one is that both of these guys wanted this shot. They both were willing to do what it took to get on this show. That is the energy you want from somebody coming up in the business. And that's something that could be in like 5 years, 10 years. We could be saying, we had Dallas Dash and Elias Roman at our first show. And, oh, they were on your show? They're huge now. So you love seeing the motivation and the interest in being on the show from both of these guys. I know Dallas Dash, round one wrestling. I think just because I have to stick with that little bit of a Texas bias, I think, I hear Dallas. I got to go with Dallas Dash. I think I'm pulling for him.
I mean, that's a piece of the name, and it definitely is. Massive shout out, real quick, over in chat on Twitch. Throwdown with Matt, one of the sponsors of our talents that we'll get to in just a second. It's graphics right there on the screen, guys. If you would do us the solid, if you're over here in Twitch, head over and give him a follow, and head over to Instagram, Throwdown with Matt, and get him on all forms of social media. Appreciate you, Matt. So in chat, if you have any predictions between Dallas Dash and Elias, make them now. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Devil and Knight went Dallas Dash. But I think one thing's for certain, I think they're going to open some eyes. I think that, and when we air the show and watch the show back, I truly feel like these two guys are they could be the sleeper match of the night. And I'm not just saying that, just say it. I think it's true. But there's a lot of talent here. A lot. Speaking of talent, let's get into our next match. It is another Florida Championship qualifying match for CCP Podcasting. Berrako coming to us from the House of Champions. 1-on-1 for the first time ever against GMJ. This is another these two guys right here are another couple that when I was initially thinking about this show, like I couldn't come down here without hitting these guys up. They've been tremendous at the HOC. They're really busting their ass and doing some things, and it's just good to see. Berrako is getting out and traveling to other states. GMJ recently on a WWE ID Showcase show has definitely making a name for himself on the Florida scene, and this is just one that's got, as the kids would say, banger written all over it. So I'm here for it. Only one can advance, and only one can hit the tournament. So, Goth, everyone has started off. Now it is your turn. You got GMJ, you got Berrako. Where's your head at?
Oh man, this is going to be a slobberknocker if I can quote JR. But no, both men are amazing. Both men have done so much already since the thing with the House of Champion, since they joined there. I mean, Berrako, I believe, was the first House of Champion, champion, the world
Absolutely.
champion, and GMJ has been close, especially with the triple threat match where Ennis sadly was become a part of it. I know that Berrako knows what it's like to be a champion. He knows he loves that taste of being a champion. But I've seen GMJ, and he's very determined to make a name for himself. And I think he's gonna edge Berrako, and he wants to be that first Florida champion. So I'm going with GMJ.
Harry's wife agrees. GMJ for the win. JB, what say you, man? What are your thoughts on this?
I think I'm in a similar place as Goth. Berrako has felt the gold. He has been in that position. He knows what it's like to be there. But GMJ is hungry. He came so close to becoming the House of Champions champion, and it just, I wanted him to get that belt. I remember watching that match. Just,
I think everybody,
it didn't work out. But
did.
I think it's still, I think it's going to happen in the future. And maybe it'll happen, as he moves along here with CCP when he gets into Genesis. So I'm going GMJ.
Paul, where are you at, my man?
Well, we are finally at a match where I have seen both of the talents.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I've seen both of it. I've seen both of these guys on House Champion shows. Again, Berrako, the very first champion. GMJ is getting there. I love both of these guys. It's going to be a blast for them to be first time ever on our show.
1,000%.
And I'm gonna clear the board, and I'm going GMJ as well.
I mean, Devlin, same thing. Devlin's going GMJ. What do y'all have against fucking Berrako? Everybody in chat, why do we have Berrako haters here? Like, what did he do to you? Wow.
I don't hate Berrako, but I just love the determination from GMJ. I think it's gonna bring him all the way to the title.
I mean,
that's how I feel about it.
We are gonna see, and there's only one way to find out if you want to see it live, and that is to get over to ccppodcasting.com. ccppodcasting.com and get your tickets today. We are.
That's easy for you.
Listen, if you've had the day that I have had today, sir, just being here right now is a blessing. I have dealt with HR, and it has been a nightmare. But yes, it's terrible, terrible. But it's okay. It's over. Speaking of moving forward, there's another CCP podcasting showcase match. Blazing Hot Blackjack. Also have seen him as Lifeguard Vaden. I've seen him several times live, and this dude always gets a pop out of me. It could be his quirkiness and his psychology in the ring to his work in general. He is a freaking hoot, and he's a hell of a dude to say the least. And a fun fact, he's like 20 minutes from my front door. Didn't even know that until we were talking on Beyond the Bell. But it is Blazing Hot Blackjack, and he is taking on Wrestling Open Garden State champion. You've seen him on Limitless Wrestling as well. To me, this was one that when he made mention of wanting to come down, I went, let me make a phone call. And I did. And that man is J-Heru. This is Blazing Hot Blackjack. J-Heru, like first time ever, 1-on-1, and it is also J-Heru's Florida debut. So this has got a lot of implications. It is a showcase match. JB, you started off.
Well, I mean, with J-Heru, you got a big talent here, a big up and comer. held some championships, is coming to Florida. Probably first time, not the last time. I'm excited to have him coming in for this show. Blackjack, though, Blackjack has done a lot, in his career so far, and he's got a long way to go. He's another one where the talent could just take him all the way to the top in the future. But it's like right now, it's like who's there right now, and for me, that's why I have to lean just slightly towards J-Heru for this one.
I hear you. Harry's wife, J-Heru. Go ahead, Piper. What do you got?
So again, I've seen bits of J-Heru from our shows and really impressed. Again, love the fact that it's first time for us, first time in Florida. Big things happening for J-Heru. And Blackjack, again, don't know much about. So I'm just because I cut this short and sweet, I'm going J-Heru.
J-Heru. All right. So also Devlin, who absentee ballot over here, folks, is saying J-Heru for the win. And Blackjack is getting some love from Throwdown with Matt. I'm liking it. I'm digging this match. I really think that they're gonna put on something that's gonna be really good. I just think that their character work is gonna jive, and I think that their in-ring work is gonna jive as well. Ultimately, I think the winners are going to be those who are there live and get to witness it as it happens. Versus, we're going to premiere it obviously on our channels and stuff of that nature. But I definitely think that you guys need to be here because this one's going to be a good one. It's one that's on my list for sure. Our next match. This is another.
Did we get a cop?
No, we're bypassing Goth. Go ahead, Goth.
I can see where my colleagues are coming from, picking J-Heru. I mean, this guy is incredible. But I'm also loving the Easy Fade, and especially when he mentioned the whole Baywatch thing, when he was still the lifeguard character, and I loved how he's transaction to the Blackjack character, giving a different side to his whole persona. And J-Heru is gonna do a lot of things, but I think Blackjack wants that title. He wants to be the first in Florida to have that title around his waist, and he could do a lot with it. So I'm going with Blackjack.
Well, this is a showcase match, not a tournament match, not a tournament qualifying. Listen, it is 3 a.m. where you're at. I forgive you.
My bad. No, my bad. I'm still going with the Blackjack.
I hear you. Give Goth a break. It's 3 a.m. Y'all leave him alone. Only I'm allowed to give him shit.
Well, it's actually 30 minutes after 1.
That doesn't make it any better. Just stop. You should have just said yes. It's 3 a.m. Now, Goth.
Yes, much. Yeah.
We're starting with you on this
3 a.m. He must be lonely.
I said, baby. So we're starting with you on this one, Goth. This is a tournament qualifying match. This is one that I am really, really looking forward to. No secret that I'm a big fan of both of these guys. I really love Big Boy Patty. He's come in and done a couple of horror shows with us. He is a fantastic dude the whole way around. Matter of fact, not too long ago at Local Pro, he had hit me up and told me that he was wrestling for the championship, and I was like, I'll be there. And made the trip and drove 4 hours round trip to go watch him wrestle for 15 minutes, and it was worth every second of it because that's why we do this. It was being able to see him and show up and be there, and because this shit's important. But he's a hell of a dude, and he's getting in there with another man that I hated with a passion the first time I saw him, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And the more I watched him, the more it started to sink in. And the more I really fell in love with what this guy's doing. And, of course, we're talking about the Vi method himself, Mr. Casey Vi. So this is a championship tournament qualifier. It is Vi and it is Big Boy Patty. Where you at, Goth?
You really make it hard for me.
That's what she said.
I mean, I love Big Boy Patty. I really love Big Boy Patty. I think he's amazing. He's a great, talented wrestler, and I love the fact that he's also, like me, big horror fan. But I think it's the same thing with JMJ. I think he has already tasted that gold, so it can make you feel like he's addicted to have that gold again. But I'm Casey Vi all the way.
Casey Vi for the win for Goth.
Casey Vi all the way.
All right, where you at, Paul?
So, again, a match where I've seen both of these guys, so I know them both. Yeah. Again, I'm with you on the fact that I hated Vi at the start. I was like, what even is... I was doing to watch Damien Sandow matches at the start of this.
Oh, man. Sandow. Guilty pleasure.
That's how bad it was. But he's grown on me. Big Boy Patty, love his work. It's been a tough one for me to pick, but going into this, I'm going Big Boy Patty.
Big Boy Patty. Got it. JB.
Well, I think the interesting part for this one for me is that, like, a month or two ago, when this one was, being discussed, I was like, oh, it's a true face versus heel. The fans are going to know who to go after. The Big Boy Patty's gotten a little darker as of late. So I think there's a little bit of an issue there with that. And I'm excited to see what Big Boy Patty brings into this one. And maybe Casey Vi is going to be having to fight as the underdog in this one, and maybe that'll change the crowd around. I kind of get a feeling, though. I mean, Casey Vi is going to be the best dressed. He's going to win the award for best dressed. I know, Chris, you're gonna challenge him on it, and you're going to have on some great stuff too. But I think Casey Vi is going to get that award, and I think that'll be his big award for the show. So I'm going to go with Big Boy Patty.
Okay, over in chat, Harry's wife says Big Boy Patty over on Twitch. Goth obviously says Vi to achieve. Throwdown Matt over on Twitch. Patty is a quality human being. He's my pick for anything. So the general consensus is Big Boy Patty, and Devil and Knight says BBP as well. So it seems like most of you guys are in line, and you're thinking Big Boy Patty's going to secure this win, and he's going to claim that spot in the tournament to crown the first ever CCP Podcasting Florida heavyweight champion. I'm here for it. I'm loving this. I'm loving where all this is going. I think you guys are doing good for the most part. Some of you are doing terrible. I'm not going to tell you who's doing what and where, but
I feel the pressure.
Some of you doing
We're completely split.
Doing
So,
terrible.
A few of us are doing bad.
So
I feel like I could be first. I could be last. There's nothing in between.
you cannot, and you're absolutely right, because that's usually the pick. It's first or last for Goth. Our first, we're gonna have championships on the line, guys, and it is official. It is a happening. It is a thing. We are going to be having the AMP and Mero Pro championships on the line. Rafael Delgado considers himself the ultimate grand champion. There's an ultimate championship and there's a grand championship. He's rocking 2 championships. He has decided to put them both on the line against our man that is coming to us from the great state of Texas. He is a dude that we've had on Beyond the Bell and a very good friend of ours on the channel. As also, guys, if you're out there and you're out there and you're listening and you're watching, he's attached to Heathens Entertainment in Texas. So if you're in the area, please hit him up and go check out a show. And somebody has feedback.
Yeah, for some reason my phone just exploded.
Fix it, Goth. Fix it.
My bad.
But
I've turned
he's
it down.
taking on the man of this guy. I love this gimmick. It's the Pizza Mafia. It is Caius. He is coming from Texas, and he's looking to take some Florida hardware back to the big old state of Texas. Piper, you don't have a dog in this race as far as locale like one of us do. So I will start with you.
Yeah.
The titles are on the line here.
So for it to be a championship match again, for us to have an actual championship match on the show is fantastic. I'm just putting that one out there. Both of these guys, I know Little Love was there for both their Beyond the Bells, so I got to listen to their chats and what they did to get into the business. I think Kaius could pull an upset here.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm going
Okay.
Kaius.
Goth, what say you, man?
I'm starting to get hungry for a pizza. No, I'm just kidding. I love both men. I really do. The both men are great wrestlers. They're doing great things on the independent scene. I really want Kaius to win the titles. Don't get me wrong, but I think Delgado has got a stranglehold on those belts, and he's not planning to release them. So it's also going to be a sleeper match, but I'm going with Delgado.
Delgado to retain. JB. Texas is getting some representation on Chapter 1, baby.
It is. It is. And Goss over there, it's 3 a.m. He must be hungry. He's wanting that pizza. But I love Rafael Delgado. He's probably my favorite intro that you have done. It's got to be top 5 at least for CCP, where he just said hello in like 20 different languages. I don't even know how many he did. So, I mean, just for that, I love this guy. But at the same time, I can't lose my Texas card. I got to go with the Texan. I got to go with the Pizza Mafia. So, I'm going with
the cult
Kaius.
of pizza is what it is, not the Pizza Mafia, guys. That's my fault. I had a space out moment. It is the cult of pizza.
It's pizza. That's
so over in chat, Harry's wife on Twitch is hollering out for Delgado and Throwdown. Just had both of them on a show not too long ago, and he's pulling Delgado to retain. So like reality is this: I went to a show, and this was a while back, and I always say, like, there are a handful of guys that really that I will credit for me even thinking about doing this, period. I went to a show, and for me, it was okay. It wasn't, it wasn't good, bad, or indifferent. It was okay. There were a handful of people on the show that really stood out to me. Delgado was one of them. It was his character. From the moment he came out through that curtain with the Mad Hatter on and with the hat on, he owned the motherfucking audience. It was something it was different. And it was just something it didn't stop there. Some antics went on in the ring. And I'll say this too. Izzy Vaden was also on that show. And Izzy was another one of the guys that the character, it was like, this is good. This is different. It's something that I can get behind. And it was outside of the box. And they're part of the reasons why we're doing this. And that's where Delgado comes in. When we're putting the show together, he was one of the first people I hit up. I said, I want to do this show. I loved what I saw from you. And I want you to be a part of this. And I can tell you, there is something very special planned with Mr. Delgado that you need to be there. Because if you're not there, you're not going to see it. Mark my words. I'm telling you,
I'll book a place.
It's something that is going to be, it's going to be great. Goth and JB, UK Piper, you'll see it because I'll be filming it. I'll save it. So you guys are rolling Delgado. Some of you are rolling Kaius. I really think both these guys are going to deliver. And Kaius on the flip side of that, in all seriousness, when I thought about putting the show together, and I really thought about what we could do and how we could help and how we could hopefully get network some people, is putting people in a room together that you wouldn't typically be in the room with. And Kaius did hit me up and say, hey man, I want to come and do your show. And the way I see it is not only are we getting Texas representation on this show, but Caius has ties to Heathens Entertainment. And Casey Vi has recently, several months ago, went over and wrestled for Heathens Entertainment. So I know that if I put Caius in a room with all these talented guys, at some point in time, there's a connection that can be made. And maybe these guys can get to Texas and wrestle for him on his show. And now that's just exposed them to another audience that they may not reach, or they may not see, or they may not see them. And that's how this whole thing works. The same thing with J-Heru. I was very honored when Heru said I want to come down and do your show, because for me that's putting someone who has ties to other companies up north in a room with a talented group of guys that if he could easily make a connection with and easily introduce them at some point in time. If that's something that happens, it's the networking aspect of it. It's putting these guys in rooms with people that they may not be in a room with, that do have ties to other companies, so that these guys can get other work. A lot of these guys want to travel. Let's get them out there. This is the way that we're going to do it. We're gonna put you with people that can get you there. And I think that this is going to be a great match. Sorry, that's my one rant. I just used it. It's out of the way, guys. You're all in the clear now. Everybody's in the clear. Let's get into our next match. I don't know if y'all are ready for this one. So I don't know if I'm ready for this one. I would consider this to be probably a very technical affair, and one that is on my sleeper list, because I know how good Alex Bryant is, and I know how good Slade Porter is. We've seen Slade Porter through House of Champions. I've seen Slade at Local Pro. I've seen him at the establishment. I've seen his stuff online, obviously, and everyone knows Alex Bryant, one half of the greatest Jeopardy tag team on CCP podcasting, alongside George truly, and is definitely coming down. And I think he's making his Florida debut here as well. And to make this match just a little bit sweeter, not only are they both technically gifted inside the ring, I expect it to be an incredible wrestling match. It's also a qualifying match for our championship tournament, for our Florida Heavyweight Championship. It is Slade Porter. It is Alex Bryant. It is going to be fucking epic. JB, where are you at with this?
Well, I definitely think that Slade Porter is going to have to use his detective skills to find a way to survive in this one, because Alex Bryant is just a technical masterpiece, the way he gets in the ring. And also, he's really good at Jeopardy. He's shown his intelligence by making it to the final. So, I mean, I think I'm a little biased. I have to go for the people who have been on Jeopardy. So that's a sign out to everyone else who, maybe you want to be on Jeopardy the next season. Get my bias there, but I'm gonna go with Alex Bryant. I'm pulling for him to win.
All right, man. Goth, what are you thinking?
Well, you should be thinking that just because he's going to be one of my two opponents for Jeopardy, I would just go and select the other name. But you know that I love technical wrestling, and you know that I'm a big fan of that, and I'm just going to be so zoned in for this match between these two, and I think they're going to steal the show. I think they're going to deliver beyond anybody's expectations. And although I would like to root for Mr. Porter, I think it's going to be Alex Bryant.
Okay. UK Paul.
Well, forgetting the Jeopardy stuff, because he beat me. Slade Porter featured in what I consider to be House of Champions' probably biggest storyline ever.
Slothy.
Yeah, we're sloppy. But Alex Bryant, technical masterpiece. It's going to be a fantastic match. And yes, he beat me at Jeopardy, but I can't go against Alex Bryant for this. I'm going Bryant for the win.
All right, I need to really go back a match because I did not read Devlin's prediction on the last match, which is Delgado to retain. Devlin should probably be here, and then I don't have to do this for you. Because it's not like I'm doing 6 other things at the same time.
Let's call him.
And in this match, he is going Alex Bryant. Over in chat, over on Twitch, Harry's wife's going Alex Bryant, and Throwdown with Matt is going Alex Bryant. So did everybody go Alex here? Everybody went Natural Born Thriller, man. That's one half of the greatest Jeopardy tag team champions of all time on CCP podcasting. Listen, I'm not mad at you guys for going Alex because he kicked both of your asses. It's okay, and it'll be fine. It's good.
He's not kicked my ass yet.
The operative word there is yet.
It's, I don't know.
Oh, no.
We get Nelson in there. I think all
Brother,
bets are off.
I want Nelson so motherfucking. Oh, just wait. I got something for Mr. Pearl. I sent him a DM, and I was like, "You're next," with a Goldberg gift the other day. He sent me back a middle finger.
Yeah, ask some more barbarian questions, JB.
Mm-hmm. All right, man.
I will say, Wrestling Jeopardy is ready.
It is. It's ready. We're primed. We're ready. I got to line up the dates. I know that Nelson's ready. I know Alex is booked, and I'm kind of 900 miles an hour at the second. But we're definitely going to try to do something at the end of the month. If not, we'll get it knocked out the first piece of January, and we'll look at getting season 2 underway. Not really right thereafter. So, are you guys? Ready to jump into our next match?
You ready?
Yeah.
About a little tag team match.
Oh,
About Lamaria, TJ Brady, and Damien taking on from the HOC. How about Destin and Monday Night Mo, Mr. Mo Malik himself, the Rockin' Moroccan. We're gonna have a tag team battle here, and I think that when I originally was putting the show together, I had another team that I was going to come down, but there obviously I just switched some dates around and had to move some stuff around. And when I did, I lost a couple of different people on a couple of different teams. But one thing that I did remember back, like TJ, when we had him on Beyond the Bell, they were always factored in because I was like, I really want you guys to be on this. Because I do. I think they're a great team. I love TJ's fucking character work. I think that Damien does really good stuff as well. And they really complement each other well as a team and individually. So like it's kind of a double threat. You could book them as a singles and you could book them as a tag. On the flip side of this, I always wanted to see Mo and Destin as a team. And I know that they have done some tag team stuff before. I just haven't seen it. And I know how good Destin is, and he's young. And he's really talented, and he's got a major, major, major upside to him. And Mo is fucking incredible. And again, I know that they have teamed. I just haven't necessarily seen it, and I want to see it. And I think that putting these two together, these two teams together, they're going to deliver something special and something different and something that we, don't know what we're going to see here. But I'm super proud to have all 4 of these guys on the show. Because all 4 of them were factored in from day one, from my perspective, that when I knew that we were going to do this, these were a couple of the other cats that I wanted on this show 100% if I can get them. And thank God we were able to make it happen because we're going to see this incredible tag team match. Goth, start us off. What are you thinking?
Thank you for picking me first. Next to technical wrestling, I'm a big fan of tag team wrestling, and when you put these two teams together, I was like, oh, Mo Malik and Destin, that's gonna be amazing. And then again, we got the other team, TJ Brady and his tag team partner, and it's gonna be so interesting to see these two teams battle each other. And I think the key word could be, I'm not saying it's gonna be, but it could be team. And what I feel like you mentioned that Mo Malik and Destin have tagged together, but I don't know how often they have tagged together, and I've got a feeling that the other team has tagged so many times. They have chemistry with each other. They've had titles before, and I think that could be a key to them winning this match. Although I think that Destin and Mo could be very hungry to win this, but I'm going with the other
Brady
team.
and Damien.
Yeah.
It. Piper.
So Brady and Damien, again, don't know too much about them. Mo and Destin I have seen on House of Champions shows. Really love their work solo. Again, haven't seen them tag. Looking forward to seeing them tag. I always look forward to new tag teams to get put together. Again, you say they've tagged before, but from my perspective, it's new to me because I've never seen them tag together. So I love when that stuff happens, and because of that, I'm going Mo and Destin.
All right, JB.
Going for the new pair. All right. For me, I mean, I love the talent that we're seeing in this match. I mean, Malik, he can perform with anybody. He's got the skills, the talent to really pull off any kind of victory whenever he gets at it. And then Destin, I mean, he's been wrestling all his life, pretty much. I mean, I think he came out of the womb and he drop kicked the doctor. I really feel like that's what happened there. And he's such a talent, and he's still so young.
Facts.
I mean, he's got such a career in front of him. So, I mean, that team is great. But it all sort of comes down to what Goff said, in that there's also the factor of experience. Brady and Damien have worked together a lot. They have won championships together. And I don't know completely that Destin can trust Mo all the way, honestly. So I do have a bit of a concern there. So just by that, I'm going with Brady and Damien.
All right, man. Throwdown says he's got Mo and Destin on this match. Then I think over here with Devlin, he's got Mo and Destin as well. I know one thing's for certain: supremacy between two teams is going to go down, and it will happen, and it will happen November 22nd at CCP Podcasting Genesis, Chapter 1. All roads lead to our main event, and I'm going to tell you guys, we've got some tremendous talent here. We've got the Hawaiian Warrior Kekoa
and Ennis.
We have got Mikey Spandex, and we have got two guys that are just absolutely phenomenal. And we have someone sponsored by the Throwdown with Matt. When I'm putting this show together, I really wanted to put a main event that would put he shall who not be named in his fucking place. Like, that's what I want. It's no secret that Ennis has a problem and has had a problem with me for quite a while, and it sucks that he's the only talent that was sponsored on this show. Like that does not make me happy at all. Like, that is just something else that this dude will brag about forever. In my Sandlot reference there. But on the opposite side of the equation, originally I had Kekoa and true enough, I do think that Kekoa is the guy. I think he's the guy to get it done. But an opportunity presented itself. And, something that I learned back in my day, it's the first time I said it on the show, guys. When an opportunity presented itself, you answered it, because you don't ever know what'll happen. Well, the opportunity to get Mikey Spandex involved in the show presented itself, and I felt like, I can't guarantee that Ennis is going to carry can carry a good match. So worst case scenario or best case scenario, Mikey and Kekoa deal with Ennis. They get him out. And then we can actually have a main event that would be worthy of a main event between Kekoa and Mikey Spandex. So I'm playing the odds here, and I'm hoping that the odds are forever in my favor. That either that Mikey Spandex and or Kekoa will go ahead and take out the trash. That is Matthew Ennis. JB, where do you want to start with amongst this?
Well, I would say, first off, I think you might have made a mistake.
Yeah.
Because Matthew there, if you recall, he won a championship in a triple threat. He does have that experience in that. And he knows Kekoa. I mean, I think he's going to be looking for his opportunity to sneak in there and maybe, get that quick roll up. I could see him do it. And I hate that could happen, but that really could happen. I mean, with Kekoa, I'm so excited he's in this match. I know there were some health concerns at one point. I'm really happy that we're going to get to see him in competition here.
Hold on.
And I
Before
think,
you make a prediction,
if he gets the chance,
hold on, I forgot. My bad.
Oh.
Whoops. This is a qualifying match for the CCP Podcasting Florida Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Go ahead and make your prediction, Shippy.
Putting extra pressure.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if that changes it for me. Because, I think Mikey Spandex being in there is going to give that slight opening. I'm afraid that he's going to land a big move, or Kekoa's going to land a big move. And I hate to say it, but I think old Matthew E there might slip his
Ennis.
way in. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, predict. I don't even want to say his name. I'm going to say this throwdown with Matthew Ennis guy is gonna find a way. So that's where I'm sitting.
Go ahead, Paul.
Oh, that hurts.
Wow. This, when I got the chance to predict on this show, and I saw that this was happening, this was a thing. JB's a gamer. Do you remember the little blue guy from PlayStation, the Madokan? Abe? Yeah, this is where I'm going. Abe is bad because Abe, in this case, stands for anyone but Ennis.
Well, it's Ennis, but okay. So try it again.
Yeah. Okay, go for anyone but Ennis. There we go.
Where are you at with this one, Goth?
I thought before we started the show that everybody was going to pick anybody but Matthew Ennis. And Ennis, my bad. My apologies, me being Dutch. But I do think that JB has a good point that now it's a triple threat match. There's no rules.
Don't you do it.
And no, let me just finish.
How do you enjoy your last days on the channel if you pick it?
I haven't finished my sentence, Paul. It will favor him. It will favor him to a point that he can do a lot more inside the ring without having to hide behind the back of the referee. So that could favor him. I'm just worried about Kekoa, who just wants to destroy him. I know that.
Right, which is all the more reason no DQ.
I know.
Yeah.
And I think the fact is that Kekoa wants to destroy him. Ennis wants to be the winner. I think that's going to give me our third contestant to be the lucky charm, and I'm going with Spandex.
Hey, over in chat, Harry's wife on Twitch says Spandex. Of course, Throwdown with Matt is going with Ennis because, of course, he's fucking sponsored him. Why wouldn't he?
I will say my official pick is Kekoa. I know I said anyone, but my official pick is
Kekoa. Okay. I mean, this was kind of split. Yeah. Devlin, I think, picked Ennis as well. So, I mean, there's a majority of you that well, I don't know. JB picked it. Everybody else went differently. Over in chat, Spandex. Well, Mikey's kind of got the edge here. If you count, we're looking at it in chat as well. One thing's for certain, guys. The show is going to be. I feel like it's going to be great. I think everybody attached to it, and in all seriousness, I have a lot of fun at Matthew's expense. It's just because it's fun. But in all seriousness, I do feel like everybody that is on this show, in some form or fashion, has brought something to our channel, entertainment wise, that warrants them, from my perspective, for something like this. Like if it was only one show, like this would kind of be the crop that I'd like to have. To say, this is, again, it's a party for us. We're gonna come in, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna have a good show. These guys are gonna go out here and crush it, because that's what they do. They entertain us, on a fucking weekly and monthly basis. And usually where there's chapter 1 means a chapter 2. So regardless of how many people come through that door, we're coming back. We're coming back January 31st, 2026. And I will tell you this, there will be some fresh faces. There will be some people that'll be traveling to come to Florida to get their opportunity to wrestle in Florida and wrestle some of the guys that we're attached to down here. The pump line. They'll be here. Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva. J2 Mattioli. He'll be here on January 31st. Devious Cass. January 31st. It's fantastic stuff, guys. This is a lot of stuff that we're doing, and it's a lot of moving parts. And this is just the beginning, the genesis, if you will. March the 28th, Southern California. We're coming. I'm knocking on your door. We're going to be there. We're going to have a loaded lineup. I can give you that main event now, too. The Brothers Divine and the Pump Line. 2 out of 3 falls. Let's fucking go. Tag team wrestling, where it should be. On top. This is going to be a fun ride, and I cannot wait to take it with everybody. And you guys here on the channel, for most of you, you're not going to be able to be there live. But I know that you'll be there in spirit. And I know that, just know that we would not be able to do this without you guys. You guys, as co-hosts on the channel, you give us time. You give me time, I should say. You give the fans of our channel, the family members of our channel, your time. And just because we're not there yet doesn't mean that we won't be in the near future. JB, what would you like to say to the people before we close things out, and give me your final thoughts on the entire card, on what you're thinking? Give me your sleeper matches. What do you think's gonna steal the show, and all that fun stuff, and then we'll round it on out with everybody else, and we'll get out of here.
Stealing the show, that's going to be difficult, because there is a lot of talent on this show. I think if I'm going to pick a sleeper match, I can't pick the main event. That wouldn't work for a sleeper. So I think I'm going to go Caius Rafael Delgado, because you got Destin in there. I think that's going to be a match that just blows everyone away. You got titles on the line. That's going to be a fabulous one. The rest of the card is just top to bottom, amazing talent, people who want to be there, to want to work, who are going to be there putting on these matches for the crowd. And, they deserve to have a good crowd there. And I think we're going to have a good crowd there. I think people are going to show up. They're going to go and watch these shows. They're going to enjoy every minute of them. So, just get out there, get your tickets, get them at the door if you have to. And, get there and watch this one, because it's going to be an incredible start to what could be an amazing future. You want to be there at the beginning. Trust me.
Go ahead, Goth. Follow JB's lead.
I just wanted to say, first of all, I think there's going to be like 3 steals in the show. I think that the Porter Bryant match is going to be an amazing steal. I think the tag team match is going to be a steal. And I hope that Mikey Spandex is going to steal the title opportunity away from Matthew Ennis. So those are my 3 steals of the show. And I just want to say, like JB has said, it's going to be an awesome show. And you want to be there. You want to experience every single moment of this show, because it's going to change a lot of things in pro wrestling, I hope. And I just I just feel like we're on something big, and I'm looking forward to it.
Mr. Paul.
So going through the card, it's stacked. This is a stacked show. My match of the night, personally, I think Porter and Brown are going to steal the show from the night. I mean, it's going to be such a technical masterclass that it's going to steal the show. And yeah, JB said, get your tickets. Get your tickets. You can get them from our website. You turn up at the door and buy a ticket. Just be at this show. I sadly can't, but if you're near me, if you're in the Florida area, you can be.
100%. And I do want to say this, a massive shout out to Throwdown with Matt, the platform itself for sponsoring Matthew Ennis, and a huge shout out to our friends at Fight Pro Wrestling up in New Jersey for being official show sponsor. These guys contributed funds and basically are telling us that we believe in what you're doing. This is just a slow process, and it's taken a long time to get to this point. Now we're here. We're not going anywhere. We're going to try and build. Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Where can you go and get your tickets? It's very simple. ccppodcasting.com. Look under events. You'll be able to secure yours right there. It'll take you right to the Eventbrite page. And if you want to look, go ahead and pull tickets for Chapter 2. Those are already available on our website. It is going to be a very fun ride, and we're going to have a great time doing it. And we will hope that we see you along the way. For our JB from No Game Unturned, for the sexiest man in the Netherlands,
He's just a sexy guy.
UK Paul, I am Chris Page.